Hello everyone! Today in our episode, Chelsea is ready to sign Mbappe. The Manchester City midfielder is moving to Italy. Manchester United have found a replacement for Casemiro. The English Premier League has found a solution to the fight against VAR referees. All this on the channel English Football Days. Subscribe to the channel and let's go watch the video together. Chelsea are favorites to sign Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid's indecisiveness regarding a move for Kylian Mbappe has opened the door for a move to the Premier League. According to 442, the London club is ready to sign Mbappe next summer. Chelsea president Bowley wants to have a star on his team who will lead Chelsea to the top of English football. Bowley believes there is no such player in Chelsea at the moment. The club had high hopes for Enzo Fernandez and Mikhail Mudryk, but both didn't live up to the hopes of Chelsea bosses. The Chelsea president believes Mbappe can be a Chelsea star on the level of Haaland at Manchester City or Salah at Liverpool. Chelsea's main competitors for Mbappe will be other English clubs: Liverpool, Newcastle and Manchester United. But it's worth nothing that Man United are still struggling domestically and in Europe and are hardly an appealing proposition for a player with Mbappe ambitions. Newcastle would surely be able to afford the player's demands, but Eddie Howe has been keen to ensure that the equilibrium of his dressing room remains, so Mbappe's move to Chelsea is the most likely. If we talk about the Frenchman's prospects in Chelsea, then Mbappe can really become the leader that is so missing Pochettino's team. Chelsea now has a lot of young talents: Palmer, Mudryk, Enzo, Jackson, but among them there is no player who can single-handedly decide the outcome of the match. Such a player is certainly Kylian Mbappe, who can easily create a goal out of nothing. However, there are also negative aspects to Mbappe's potential move to Chelsea. Firstly, Pochettino himself already worked with Mbappe at PSG, and it didn't turn out of the best for him. And secondly, if Chelsea buys Mbappe, then Mudryk should forget about his place in the starting lineup. Even now, Mudryk doesn't not always make it into the starting lineup, since Sterling in his place, and if Mbappe comes, then the Ukrainian should think about leaving the club. Then arises the logical question: why did Chelsea spend almost 100 million on the Ukrainian? Dear friends, write in the comments your opinion on whether Chelsea should buy Mbappe. Manchester City's midfielder Calvin Phillips could leave the club. The player will most likely go on loan to Juventus this winter. Exeter Sport recently noted that the 27-year-old representatives had given a yes to a Juventus delegation regarding a loan move to Serie A already in January, while City themselves had also apparently approved any switch. Phillips has played just 236 minutes of football this season. Of course, the player himself is dissatisfied with such a small amount of playing time. In addition, Phillips is afraid of losing his place in the starting team for England. Also, head coach Gareth Southgate's confidence in him remains quite good. Let us remember that Phillips moved to Manchester City in 2022 for £42 million from Leeds, but due to injuries he never managed to become a team player. In addition, Rodri looks very cool in Phillips' position at City. Therefore, it is very difficult for Phillips to win the competition against Rodri, who is now one of the best players in Europe. So it would indeed be better for Phillips to leave City. However, Juventus is not the best option, given all the problems of the Italian club. It would be good if Phillips stayed in Britain and moved to Newcastle, where he could really become the leader of the team's midfield, and regain the confidence that he had in Leeds and at the last Euro. Premier League puts out call to hire new VAR operators with no experience required. The Premier League are hoping to bring in more VAR officials and have sent out a job advert in a bid to recruit more staff, according to The Sun. VAR has come under great scrutiny this season after a series of controversial calls that have riled manager, players and fans alike. The report claimed that an advert has been circulated around the top officials in the game, but that no previous VAR experience is required. The role calls for applicants to be able to provide clear communication under pressure and wants individuals capable of self-reflection on how they have performed. Successful applicants will also need to have the ability to focus and have great communication skills and identify when VAR needs to intervene. The move comes after Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta branded war embracing after his side lost 1-0 to a controversial Anthony Gordon goal. The Gunners backed their manager by issuing a statement defending his comments. In my opinion, with such actions, the Premier League creates the appearance of its work. Everyone sees the enormous problems that exist with the use of VAR in English football, but no one does anything. If you exchange some specialists for others, then nothing will change fundamentally. There is still a human factor that decides, and this decision will always be controversial. The only correct way out of this situation would be for the referees to discuss leave their decisions, so that fans can hear their arguments for or against this or that decision. In this way, it will be possible to test many referees for their football adequacy. And if this referee speaks outright nonsense when making a decision, then he needs to be removed from Premier League matches. Manchester United have found a replacement for Casemiro. We are talking about midfield Fluminense André. According to Football Transfer, the Red Devils have approached Fluminense for André, signaling a potential move to secure the young midfielder. Casemiro's decline in form has led to speculation about his future at Old Trafford, amid reports that a switch to the Saudi Pro League is on the cards. The report also mentions that Liverpool have withdrawn from the race for André and are exploring alternative targets. This has put Fulham in the lead for André, although they are yet to send a formal proposal to Fluminense, who are likely to demand around £35 million. Nevertheless, it is Manchester United that is considered the main favourite for André. Casemiro will miss United's fixture against Luton Town on Saturday after he picked up a hamstring injury against Newcastle early in November and is expected to be out until Christmas. André's characteristics are very similar to Casemiro's, so this player should fit perfectly into the structure of Manchester. The main thing is that Ten Hag correctly uses the Brazilian in his tactics. Otherwise, United will again have the same situation as with other Brazilians such as Fred or Anthony, who never played to their full potential in the team. That's all English Football Days channel. What with you? Like and leave your comments if you liked this video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new releases. Love and play football.